Welcome to the Straight Out of Home Video podcast, part of the Geeky Waffle Network. Today we're talking about Tinkerbell, the 2008 direct-to-home movie video thing. I don't know, DVD, I guess it came out in 2008.
We have transitioned from the VHS to the DVD era.
DVDs.
Yes. I'm Candace. We had some technical difficulties, and I just want to get all this Tinkerbell knowledge out of my head, even though there's 6 more of these movies. Okay, and with me is Bri.
Hi.
And Vanessa.
Hey.
Oh, can I just start off by saying I hate CGI so much?
What do you mean? See, it's not even CGI though. It's just like
It's computer animated. I don't like it.
So you don't like
it.
Toy Story? You don't like any Pixar movie ever?
Okay, I like Pixar movies, but
Liar.
I don't like
What
these
is
people. I don't like these people in their CGI nonsense. It doesn't look right to me. I don't like it.
Okay, this is like some weird personal preference, which I don't know how it started. Well, I think by the time we're done with all of the movies on this list, we'll figure it out. And also why Bri hates Mickey Mouse.
maybe that would be interesting if we ever dig deep into the psyche and figure out what is happening with that.
I say
We'll do that as a bonus episode.
And stuff like that, and like go deep into like Bri's like childhood in Disney World and like find out. We're talking about Tinkerbell, which is a very wholesome movie. Bri, can you give like a short summary of what the heck happened in this movie that I guess both you and I didn't care for?
What?
So mine's a little wibbly wobbly on it. We'll talk about it. So Tinkerbell is about a newly born fairy. The magic, she needs to find her place, kind of like the Hogwarts Sorting Hat. She needs to find where she belongs in Pixie Hollow, which is where all the fairies live. I don't know if it's a Neverland. I guess it's a Neverland.
It is a Neverland.
It is, right?
Yeah, they say Neverland multiple times free.
The Tinker Tool chooses her, and Tinkerbell hates being a tinker, and so she tries.
Wait, let me just clarify that. She doesn't hate being a tinker, but she wants to go to the mainland, and tinker fairies don't go to the mainland.
But she still, she doesn't. She finds it boring what they're doing.
She doesn't find it boring. She just wants to go to the mainland.
Yeah, she did. Like when they were, yes, she did. And those 2 knobheads, the ones that she works with, I forget their names. The big one and the really skinny one.
Clank and Bobble.
Thank you, Clank and Bobble. I mean, they know she's bored. She's bored, and then she wants to go to the mainland. And then
okay, but here's the thing. Okay, so let me just stop you there because she is hesitant a little bit at the beginning because again she wants to go to the mainland, but she also like remember when she actually starts fixing stuff.
No.
Everyone's like, oh my gosh, like look at you, like you're definitely happy doing this. So what's the issue?
Yes, but
the issue is literally
when she was doing the found objects, when she was just doing the acorn stuff and putting the teapot. She's like, "This is what I'm going to do with the rest of my life."
Yeah, but you know what? That's fine because she ended up making everything better. But she didn't. She doesn't hate tinkering.
I think she hated what tinkering was, what their way of tinkering. Because it was repetitive. It was the same thing every day. She's like more of an inventor. You know what I mean? And I think that's where she found her place. And
she found her place. She found her place. That's all I'm saying. She likes doing it.
Yes. But I'm saying at the moment she was bored and she didn't like tinkering because it was making the acorn teapots all the time. And she wanted to go to the mainland. You were correct. And the mainland being London, not Hawaii.
This is a movie for children, and we're having issues with the plot.
Anyway, so she tries all the other fairies that she makes friends with, all their like traits, so that she maybe can transfer her powers to like something else, so that she'd be able to go to the mainland.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, and that all fails, and she realizes that she should be a tinker, and she uses her tinker powers for good. Right?
Yes, because she actually ends up accidentally ruining Spring because what's her face tricked her.
Vita.
Yeah, she tricked her, and then she ends up using her tinkering powers to save Spring, and also probably put like a lot of
inventor.
So yeah, but also probably put a lot of fairies out of work.
Oh, 100%.
Anybody think about that? Because like she literally created spring overnight in like what takes them months and months to prepare for. What are they gonna do the rest?
Vanessa, is Tinkerbell like a metaphor for the Industrial Revolution?
I don't. Yeah, well, that's what I was thinking when this whole thing was happening, because I was just like, okay, this is awesome.
She's big
You have
business.
yeah, no, she has a wonderful mind. This is great. She was able to fix everything. Everybody loves her. But like, don't think too deep about it, because that's what happens. You think about this.
Well, yeah, she's basically the Walmart of the fairies. Like, oh, I can get this done for you in no
Wow,
time.
that's a dated reference, Bri. It's supposed to be Amazon now.
Yeah.
All right, Amazon. Yeah, she's Amazon of the fairy
Okay,
world.
so was it weird seeing Tinkerbell be like nice?
Yeah.
Because she's a bitch.
So-
in Peter
so-
Pan.
Listen, I love Tinkerbell
So the
in
funny,
Peter Pan.
yes, but you love her because she's a bitch.
I think she's misunderstood.
No,
However,
definitely not.
Tries to murder Wendy. Let's get this clear. She straight up tries to get Wendy murdered.
okay, okay, one of my notes I did write because the queen is like, you are clothed in cheer, and I wrote clothed in cheer. She tried to kill Wendy.
Okay, I'm glad we all remember that fact.
Yes,
okay.
no.
Oh, of course, kill
I-
Wendy Bird.
So it was definitely, I mean, I guess it was a little weird, but I also knew that probably that wasn't the direction they were gonna go.
Yeah,
But it's also, she definitely,
Vanessa,
what?
Vanessa, you didn't think they were going to go like a fairy murderer? Like,
well, no, it's funny that you mentioned Vanessa. I also wrote, I know they couldn't make a franchise with Tinkerbell as a dick, but that's what made her her. This Tinkerbell sounds like Barbie.
But no, you know what? She did have a lot of flaws, which she wasn't like a straight out bitch or anything, but she, like she definitely, when she was like yelling at that bird.
Oh yeah. Oh, well, that was terrifying. I was like, you can't.
That
this is
and like,
soothing.
well, and she's completely impatient. She didn't get the dewdrop thing like in the first time that she tried it, and so she got so frustrated that she just like obviously was not helping her. She probably could have learned every single one of those damn talents if she had just taken a breath and been like, okay, let's try to learn this. But she was too impatient. And yeah, the bird thing, that was just, why don't yell at a baby bird. That was also one of my favorite parts of the movie actually, was when he started trying to put himself back in the egg.
That made me laugh. That was the only thing in this movie that made me laugh. That terrified baby bird. He was like, no, I'm going back in the egg. Let me take you guys a little bit back to 2008. So
The year of the recession. Sorry.
let's talk about entertainment-wise for children. This is before Frozen. This is before Tangled too, also. So, do you know why Tinkerbell was decided to get her own franchise?
No, why?
Are you ready? Okay, in 2007, Tinkerbell merch racked up over $800 million in sales in a year.
Dang.
From fairy dolls, bubble bath, and bedding.
But I have to say, everyone bought that merch because she was sassy. Here's the thing. Tinkerbell, I know a lot of people say she was modeled off of Marilyn Monroe, but I think it was actually someone else. Or was it Marilyn that they modeled her off of? It always changes. I could never find a...
Margaret Carey.
There we go.
Was a reference model, though.
Yes, and everyone thought it was the model reference was Marilyn Monroe, but it was actually that woman. And they wanted her to have kind of this like Hollywood glam to her. And like, she has this little hourglass figure for a little fairy. And, her jealousy got the best of her. And that's what made her her. And honestly, she sounds like, Barbie. She sounds like Barbie.
Oh, she is voiced by Mae Whitman, who I adore.
Yeah, Mae Whitman is in everything, I've come to realize.
Oh, I love her voice. She also has a very lovely singing voice. But Mae Whitman replaced Brittany Murphy as the voice of Tinkerbell. And the reason is Brittany had scheduling conferences, and of course she passed away the next year.
Oh, R.I.P.
I didn't know Brittany Murphy was going to be her voice. Wow.
Yeah, this was for a while it was announced. Okay, so there is a lot of drama behind the scenes with this movie. Did you guys pick up on that?
Did I pick up on it from the voice acting?
No, not the voice acting, just the I don't know, the way it's done. Because some movies, like The Secret Island of Dr. Monroe, are obviously have drama.
A drama behind the scenes of what?
For what, though? Like, the storyline, maybe?
Let me educate you guys with some Disney knowledge that I want to get out of my head as soon as possible.
Please pour that pixie dust on me.
Yeah, let me pour the pixie dust. Okay, so the movie was considered about 80% finished when Pixar merged with Disney. Do you remember before Pixar was owned by Apple and then it was
Yes.
like independent and
Yeah.
all this kind of
Yeah.
stuff?
Mhm.
So John Lasseter saw the film and he was like, oh no. So the original version was set in London, where Neverland disappeared and all the children lost their imagination.
Oh, and then they're gonna have to do the like, we believe in fairies. We do, and they're clapping.
Probably. The ending would be the fairies go see a band called the Pixie Chicks.
No.
I'm sorry, what?
So Lasseter literally said this is virtually unwatchable, and it would hurt the Disney brand if it was released at all.
Oh God.
So this like raised some serious questions about the direct to DVD division.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Okay, so they reworked it, and guess how many DVDs it sold in one day?
5 million.
Okay, no, that's okay. No, 668,000, which is
Okay.
more than they thought. So the movie cost about 50 million to make. And at first I was like, okay, you can't make that much money back. It was released in international theaters and it made a couple million there,
Mhm.
but it made about, let's see here, all of the movies made over like $350 million worldwide. But when you think 50 million here and then 30 million for each six of them, that's not much money. It's all about the merch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, do you guys remember going to Disney around this time? Like Disney World,
Oh, they had
Disneyland?
everything for all the other fairy friends. I mean,
Yes.
Mhm.
that's where they were smart because they're like, ooh, let's give the other friends different powers. And then, ooh, I want to be like the water fairy. I want to be the fairy that talks to animals.
Yeah, brilliant. I mean, because that
Yeah.
that stuff has always sold.
Yeah, it's like, Ninja Turtle rules. Like, oh, this one does machines. This one's a party dude kind
I
of
think
thing.
my issue is that Tinkerbell is actually Vita. They transferred Vita's characteristics that Tinkerbell had in the original Peter Pan movie to Vita.
I guess. Yeah.
She has the same look. They even, if you look at what Tinkerbell looks like in Peter Pan, that's what Vita looks like. Her
Yeah,
face
no,
shape,
the same
everything.
like face, like as far as like, ugh,
Yeah.
like
And
yeah,
they made
like screw
Tinkerbell
you.
softer. They gave her a little put squishier cheeks, you know what I mean? They made her look soft instead of like Vita, a little
Mhm.
harsh. And I was looking at that, I was like, oh, so now my favorite character is gonna be Vita. Because obviously I like Tinkerbell, but this Tinkerbell isn't my Tinkerbell. So it's like an exception thing
You're
where
right.
I'm
This
like, oh, it's
Tinkerbell
a
doesn't
new
want to murder everyone.
okay,
Hashtag not my Tinkerbell.
I know, not my Tinkerbell. Hashtag OG Tink
So
make a
that's
make
that's the whole
Tinkerbell
thing.
Tinkerbell again.
This movie was being announced is like, how do you make a series based on a character that one has never spoken and two is like goes into jealous rages?
They stripped her of her character and made Tinkerbell not Tinkerbell. I mean, that's exactly what they did to make a franchise. They had to make her the nice, lovable character who's learning everything, because really Tinkerbell is the audience in this movie because we're learning about Pixie Hollow for the first time. She is learning about Pixie Hollow for the first time. We're
I mean, it also could just be something that's like this is like her early history, and maybe something really terrible happens to make her the Tinkerbell in Peter Pan.
Are we gonna get like six movies in and there's like a massacre at like Pixie
I
Hollow?
don't know. Yeah, I
No,
mean, like,
Here's the thing. She didn't want to murder everyone, just Wendy, because there's Peter.
oh, I'm sorry. Just because she wanted to actually murder one person, that
And
you're right. That's
and she
totally
didn't want to
okay.
murder it. She got the Lost Boys to maybe.
you said it. Wendy is a child. Oh my
I
god,
like
Brie.
Tinkerbell a lot, okay?
What does it mean being okay with child murder, Brie?
Well, I didn't realize I said it for Wendy. She got
But
the
like
Lost Boys to shoot Wendy down, so technically she was just the mastermind behind it.
How is that
Not,
better?
it's not. I'm
solicitation of murder.
But she wouldn't have murdered the fairies just to murder them. So, give her
Oh, but
that credit at least.
You don't credit people for not murdering other people. That is like the bare minimum. That's just normal human and fairy behavior. You don't murder people, Brie.
Honestly, though, fairies aren't like pixies in particular aren't the nicest creatures if you read books about them. So, really, this whole thing.
Can we also can we just take a second though, like off of the murder train to talk about to talk about the awesome cast. I mean, you say Mae Whitman, right? But then they have like
Lucy
everybody.
Liu.
They have Lucy Liu, they have Kristen Chenoweth, they have
America Ferrara is fun.
America Ferrara, and then if you like Raven Simone, she's in there.
Jesse McCartney. Do you remember Jesse McCartney?
Yes,
Of course I do, and he plays Terrence.
Also, when he showed up, I was like, I don't know what they're trying to do because like I immediately thought Link.
No, he definitely looks like Link, 100%. I don't know what's to come with the other Tinkerbell movies.
Oh, and Angelica Houston. Sorry, I just needed to mention that. She's Queen Clarion.
She's the queen. Okay, yeah. But for Terrence and Tinkerbell, they look like brother and sister. So, like, I'm worried about what's to come and
just
later.
Because they both have blonde hair. Like, I don't understand.
No, they have the same little face shape sometimes.
Okay, but Bri, are we going into like how fairies like?
No, what?
Because I don't think there's like a romance with them really, because they're born by a child laughing for the first time.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so weird.
So I don't think that they have sex at all.
But that's even weirder if you think about it. If like a child laughs, a fairy.
Do you know what's super weird? Us talking about the reproductive system of pixies.
You guys brought that up. I wasn't.
You did.
You did.
How did I? I said Terrence and her look like brother and sister, and I didn't know what's to come with future movies.
You insinuated it.
I just meant romantic, not like that stuff.
Romantic includes sex, dude.
I understand they include sex, but I didn't think we were talking about sex. I was just trying to make it more innocent than that. My goodness. You two are on something today.
I am scared to go to like Archive of Our Own and look into this fandom. Because I bet there's stuff.
Okay, hold on. Since you won't do it, I will.
I'm so scared. That Rule 34 or 43 or whatever it is.
We don't need to go there.
Also, Bri, think about it. They're not born by parents. They're born when a children cry. So there's no way that they can be brother and sister. Siblings don't exist.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Oh, Vanessa, I can't wait till you get to a future episode where it's proven that's not true.
That's what? Yeah. Well, maybe
I think it's like the fifth movie. I don't know, but I got spoiled by the Tinkerbell.
Maybe there could be siblings if like twins laugh at the same time for the first time. I don't know.
I'm still searching.
I thought that this movie was actually okay. No, I was not expecting to like it, and I thought it was pretty cute. No one thinks that?
No, it wasn't. It was a cute movie.
Sorry, I forgot I muted myself.
I was like, wait, no one? Okay.
Hold on, I'm still looking this up real quick.
I always go to like what has the most kudos, but I need to like, there's a bunch of like, oh, all the Disney stuff. I'm like, no, I just want straight up Disney fairy shit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here's one. It's called Loves Me Not. Tinkerbell takes Terrence to her favorite little shop full of whimsical trinkets and inventions.
Oh.
The two of them begin to dive into the mystery of the glowing flower, also navigating their growing feelings for each other.
Oh no, I found something worse. Are you guys ready?
No. Yes.
Okay, so the number one Archive of Our Own kudos, because that's how we judge things about what has the most kudos, is Dust Up, and its pixie dust comes from pixie trees. Sure, but fairies themselves can also produce it if they experience intense enough pleasure. And it's a fic with the relationship Tinkerbell and Vidya.
You know what? I mean, I
enemies like to love trope. Y'all took it there. I'm the innocent.
No, Bri, you started it. I wasn't even thinking about it until you were like, "Oh, what about these two?" I was like, "Oh,
no, that's just like where I saw it going. Just because they had that little moment where he is like, "Oh, better give you a double scoop," and I was like, "Oh,
we all saw it going that way." But like, you're the one who was like brother and sister and like incest. That's what it
looked like, and I didn't know about I don't know anything about the other movies.
There's so many ways I saw this going, but this was not it.
This is not it.
Oh my god. Okay, was there anything else like of substance we want to talk about?
What is this one called? Tinkerbell and her sister make out, and then the description is Tinkerbell has some fun times in her communist society making love.
What the fuck?
Why is it communist society?
Oh my god, no.
I've lost my mind. I've officially lost my mind.
What if someone finds our internet history? I have never been more ashamed of my internet history until now.
Oh
Oh,
no.
amazing.
And I've
Amazing.
looked up some up shit.
Qualified as like one of the like after dark kind of episodes that
Yes.
people where it's
Yeah.
just like, okay, everybody grab a drink because like
Welcome
speaking of
to the
which-
Geeky Waffle Network at night. Pull up a chair where we talk about our tribe of our own.
How are we gonna get through the 6 more of these? Like,
We're going to.
without
At the end of the day, it wasn't a terrible film.
I thought it was very cute. It's one of those things where it's just like, you know, find the talent that makes you unique, like
What
and
makes
do
you
the best.
happiest? And,
Yeah, that makes you happy and like do the best that you can and like that kind of thing. Like I thought the whole thing was very cute. And
sweet. Was it my Tinkerbell? No. But you know what? I have to look at it. That has no correlation. I'm just going to separate the
it's a
two.
completely different, yeah.
Yeah. So this is a new Tinkerbell. Vita is probably going to be my favorite character, and Terrence probably. So he just seems sweet.
put in my notes like, oh, she looks like the fairy version of Megara.
The
That
what?
too. Yeah, Megara. Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
From Hercules.
It's like
I can see that,
Megara
I can see that.
mixed with OG Tinkerbell is Vita. with some black hair because you know that she's the evil one.
Well, there's probably some fanfic about how she was born from Megara and their OG.
Or she was born from a children cry instead of laughter. Born from the tears of a child.
That's probably like the fairy insult. It's like you were born from a child's tears, not laughter.
You
Ooh,
bitch.
burn.
So yeah, we have 6 more of these to go. I'm kind of excited about one of them because apparently Tom Hiddleston is a voice.
Oh, there you
And-
go.
All right.
So
That's
we'll look
exciting
forward
for
to it.
you, Candace.
Yeah, love me some Tom.
I will say, I think if you were to babysit a kid, they would enjoy this.
Yeah, I totally get why kids love this.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And it's one of those movies where you can sit through it and tolerate it, unlike some of the other ones that we've seen.
Bri, can you tell people how to find us? Even though I think they're probably going
If they want to after this.
I think people will. We're lovable. It's safe. We're all safe here. We poke fun at things, but it's all things that we can all laugh about in the end. So in that case, find us at geekywaffle.com, where we have blogs and articles written, and all of our other podcasts that you can take a look at, gander around, hang out. You can hang out with Candace on Twitter, and that is geeky_waffle. And yeah, come hang with us. We're pretty cool.
Yeah. One clarification, it's thegeekywaffle.com.
Oh, thank you. Sorry, thegeekwaffle.com. Disclaimer.
Damn it, Bri, you had one job.
I know. Oh, my one job. Thegeekywaffle.com for all your amazing needs.
Your
Of geek.
pixie reproduction talk.
No. Oh no. This is gonna haunt me until the day I die.
Yes, it's gonna be in your eulogy.
Are you gonna give that, Candace?
Yes.
Yes, you are. It's true.
I remember this one time at the end of 2020 on our podcast episode. Oh, we have a clip.
Oh, roll the clip, Leonard. I don't know who Leonard is, but we'll get a Leonard.
We'll figure it out. We'll find one.
Okay.
Oh, all right.
I'll have a happily ever after until the sequel or until we start talking about it, apparently.